Why is the crew of the USS Gerald R Ford still effectively trapped at sea after nearly 11 brutal months? Sailors aboard the Ford are fuming over Donald Trump's decisions, feeling that their lives have been stretched to the breaking point for a mission they barely understand. For many on board, the reality has become a sewage-soaked nightmare, with recurring toilet failures and foul conditions. To critics, Trump's fixation on confronting Iran is literally flushing sailors' quality of life down the toilet. As equipment continues to crumble under the strain and morale sinks ever lower, the endless drag of Iran-related tensions makes it feel to many sailors as if this crisis will go on forever. From missing weddings and births to talk of a mass exodus from the service, some say Iran is already winning the war. Trump's decision to extend the USS Gerald R Ford's deployment has taken a heavy toll on sailors and their families, compounding stress with every extra week away from home. America's largest warship has been at sea since last June and, instead of returning to port, is now being pushed onward toward the Middle East as part of the broader build-up against Iran. The carrier was first rerouted in October, pulled away from a planned Mediterranean mission and sent instead to the Caribbean in a sudden change of orders. There, it supported U.S. operations to intercept oil tankers linked to Venezuela and played a key role in the mission that led to the capture of Nicolas Maduro, according to reports. In peacetime, standard carrier deployments usually last about 6 months, with some flexibility, but the Ford's current cruise has stretched far beyond that norm. The USS Abraham Lincoln and its strike group have also been sent toward the Middle East as part of the military buildup, adding to the strain on crews across the carrier fleet. A Navy official has openly acknowledged the pressure that repeated and extended deployments place on both the sailors aboard these ships and the families waiting for them at home. One Ford sailor said that many crew members are angry and increasingly thinking about leaving the Navy altogether once their current commitments end. Families say that each extension has meant missing birthdays, weddings, funerals, and even the births of their own children, losses that cannot be recovered later. Captain David Scarosi, the Ford's commanding officer, admitted that the second extension of the deployment stung, acknowledging how hard it hit the crew's expectations. In a February 14th letter, he wrote that he himself had expected to be home within weeks, doing something as simple as fixing his backyard fence, instead of still being at sea. He added that sailors were gradually coming to terms with missing long-planned trips to Disney World, family weddings, and holidays they had counted on spending at home. Yet Captain Scarosi concluded his letter by reminding his crew that when their country calls, they answer, framing their hardship as part of a larger duty. Many of the roughly 5,000 sailors aboard are in their early 20s, and they miss parents, home-cooked meals, partners, and young children they rarely get to see. Ghost mode operations have meant weeks with almost no contact and then a sudden 3 a.m. phone call from a foreign port, a pattern families say is emotionally exhausting. Some sailors accept these long deployments as simply part of the job, saying they understood the sacrifices when they signed up for carrier duty. But the prolonged missions also take a toll on the ship itself, with more and more equipment breaking down after months of continuous use at sea. Crew members have reported recurring problems with the Ford's vacuum-based sewage system, which has become infamous across the fleet. A Navy spokesperson said the ship averages about 1 maintenance call every day for its more than 600 toilets, a constant burden on engineers and repair crews. Officials insist that most of these faults are caused by improper materials being flushed into the system, but sailors say the result is the same: outages, bad smells, and more stress on an already tired crew.